In this video, we're going to show you how to install the Z1 solid shifter bushings. First step is going to be to place the solid bushings in the freezer, and what it's going to do is it'll actually shrink the diameter of the bushings a little bit just to make the install that much easier for you. After you remove the bracket from the car, next you'll begin pressing out the old factory bushings. When removing these, you want to make sure you're clamped as close to the area that you're working on, just to reduce the amount of flex in the bracket while you're removing the bushing. When setting up the removal tool, you'll want to ensure that the face of the receiver is sitting nicely on the machined surface on the bracket. With these brackets, there's some differences in how much area is machined on the faces. You can press these bushings in or out from either direction, so really which side the driver tool is on is going to be mostly dependent on how nicely the receiver sits on the bracket. If you're off-centered, you could potentially push the bushing out unevenly and damage the bracket. You'll feel the bushing when it's all the way removed. It'll be captured in the receiver tool. After the bushing's out, it's good practice to clean up the bore, light sanding or emery cloth, just to ensure there's no burrs inside the bore. So when you're pressing in the new Z1 bushing, you're not going against any kind of burr. Again, on these brackets, it's more critical as far as in which orientation that you push the bushing in for how nicely the receiver tool is seated on the bracket. You can go in from either direction. We push them in both ways. It's going to be dependent on your setup on how much area is machined off the face. So here we're going to go on the inside. It's also recommended on this to use an ARP bolt lubricant. So when installing this, you notice we flip the receiver tool around, and there's a recessed area in there that you'll bottom the new bushing out on. That's how you'll know you're fully seated. So once you're bottomed out on the recessed area on the receiver tool, you'll just repeat the same process on the remaining bushings. On the top two bushings, just due to the variance in brackets and that top face not being machined, we have seen a variance as far as maybe the bushing doesn't look like it's fully seated, even though you're bottomed out on the receiver. That's perfectly fine.